Welcome to Deep Thought. Always dig deep into anything presented by the mainstream news. I'm going to tell you what, because, and I've said this before, I have no problem saying this. I will go on one of their programs and say, the news is propaganda. In fact, you've had intelligence agents or former federal agents say, like I remember a former federal agent saying he doesn't watch either Fox News or CNN because they're both propaganda. But you got to dig deep. You got to dig deep. I don't care what the news story is. You got to dig deep into anything presented because it's never presented randomly. Because you have different forces, both political and economic forces. I mean, maybe a few other forces in there too. They trying to present a certain idea. Even religious forces, I'll put them in there too. They trying to present a certain idea. That's why I say pay attention to the commercials. Pay attention to what they're talking about. You know, they might talk about this or that. Because one of the things I like to do, I like to pay attention to what's on social media. That's one. Now, the thing with social media, you got a lot of false news there. A lot of false news. So, you know, you still dig deep into that too. And it's almost really to the point because you have a lot of news outlets, they only use social media. So you have to dig deep there. Okay, what agenda are they trying to present? Where are they going with this? You know, what are they trying to do? And even anything that's talked about, especially any entertainment news, anything entertainment, it was like, okay, they're presenting this is a big deal. Why? You know, and let me just say real quick, don't get too caught up in entertainment. A lot of that's propaganda too. While you paying attention to that entertainment or something happening in the entertainment world, something else might be happening. You know, breads and circuses, that's from the Roman Empire. You know, they had people so paid attention to entertainment that they not paying attention to everything else. Even in propaganda, they might talk about this, but then something else is happening over here. You know, it was like, and even before social media, I knew this because, you know, I always knew, and just talking with some elders, they say, yeah, don't always, you know, yeah, you can see what's on page one, you know, page one of the newspaper, but pay attention to what's maybe a little thing on page 6. It might be just a little quick blurb or something, but that's the important thing. And that happens a lot. Look, I'm going to tell you what. We live in a world where there's a lot of propaganda. They're not telling you stuff. Because think about it. Are people told how to really live or really make money? You know? Shoot, even in the education system, is it really telling you how to really do the things you really need to do? Or is it just giving you some stuff or babysitting you? Or giving you some information, or giving you some stuff to really program you to be a good worker or something. And there's been some talk about that. That's a whole other video. But here's the thing though, dig deep. If it's presented, okay, look behind it. Don't just look at the 5-minute or 2-minute, 1-minute blurb or something. Look behind it. What's behind that news? What aren't they talking about? You know? I don't care what it is, whether, sometimes even a sports thing. You know, people might present it for a certain reason. Why they presenting like these athletes or something, you know? It's always something. It's like, oh, why are they paying attention? They've always had people this good. You know, always look into it. Who's making money off of it? I mean, and I'm going to tell you what, that's the first thing. Who's making money off of this? Like I said, one of the greatest lessons, and I've mentioned it here several times, I'll mention it again. When you're watching the news, pay attention to the commercials during the news. That's one thing I do. If I have the news on, like I might have a business channel on or something, the news might just be there. But then as soon as the commercial come on, perk up, it's like, oh, why they presenting all this stuff on medical? Obviously, there's a medical issue. And obviously, you have some companies making money off of presenting those drugs, big pharma. That's one thing. So they're presenting something. And shoot, even, I mean, shoot, you could take that to the entertainment or something. Pay attention to what's being shown on these TV shows, even the comedy shows, what's being presented. And then watch the commercials during them, you know? But you always dig deep. Okay, they're presenting that. Okay, what this mean overall? Dig deep. Okay, they're talking about this particular invention or this new drug or this is happening. What are they trying to present? There's always something. Somebody's either trying to sell something or they trying to get you to follow a particular political path. Those are obvious ones. It could be something small. It could be something small. Like, or it could be, I don't know, it could be just whatever. There's always something because, see, understand one thing. If you look at the mainstream news, who really runs it? Advertising. When they present the news, it's not to really give you real knowledge. It's to advertise something. And then who's paying for their advertising? Some billionaire, somebody who has an agenda. So somebody, they ain't just talking about this particular subject just to talk about it. You know, just because they think, oh, the people gonna watch it. No, there is something always being presented. And it depends on whose side. Now, whether or not it's good to you depends on where you're at, but they always trying to influence you. Yeah, they always trying to influence you. But you have to question everything. That's why I say even what I put out, question it. Even what I put out, I say I say, look, go check it out for yourself. I've said that for everything. Like, I'm known for talking about body game on my main channel. Okay, go hit the gym and see if it works for you. See if it works for you the way I say it'll work for you. And like I said, in all these years, I've yet to have somebody say, well, I've been doing all this, I'm still having trouble. Okay. You know? But here's the thing, I still want you to investigate. Investigate everything. You know, investigate what I'm talking about in this video. You know, look at the news, ask yourself, okay, they're talking about that, you know? Because even, okay, we're in a political season now, and I'm not endorsing any candidate and everything, but depending on the news, you get one news outlet, they'll say, well, this candidate is good, this one's bad. The other one say, well, this candidate is bad, but this one is good. You know, it depends. But then I look at the news, I say, okay, who's trying to advertise? Who's getting something out of it? You know? And most of the time it's going to be some economic thing, you know, some business. You know, they want certain businesses, they want certain things promoted because it's putting money in their pocket, you know? And, you know, in general, follow the money. But always dig deep, always look, okay, what they not talking about. And then I said, you know, one of the things I do is I read a lot. It's amazing in the books that I'll read. Now, I read a lot of stuff, a lot of nonfiction and everything. It's amazing how I'll find out about something. I was like, wow, I've never seen that in the news. I've never seen that in the news. Because let me just say this. There's a lot of propaganda going on now, especially in the political season. Because you start reading something, you're like, wait a minute, how come they're not talking about that? So always dig deep. No matter what's presented, dig deep. No matter what's being said, dig deep. Because I'm going to be real, a lot of stuff is not even talked about or hidden, or there's manipulations, propaganda. So if you want to get past it, you got to dig deep, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.